Hello everyone, my name is Brooks Gibbs and I am so grateful for the opportunity to share the little lessons of life with you. Today the adventure we get to talk about is yellow cars. Yellow cars. Wow. What does a yellow car have to do to teach me anything about life? There aren't very many yellow cars anyway. What can a yellow car teach me? Well, it's interesting. It's going to teach us about our perceptions and filters that we put into our brain that either propel us forward to accomplish the goals that we want to meet or prevent us from seeing the opportunities that lie around us. How is it that a yellow car can do that? Well, I'm going to share that story with you right now. So I want to ask you a question. Today, stop for a moment and think, how many yellow cars have you seen in your adventure as you may have left your house and moved out to go through the city, the country, wherever? How many yellow cars, trucks have you seen? My estimation is you probably can't recollect that you've seen very many at all. Maybe not a single one that comes to mind. That's typical whenever I ask that question of someone. So now, think about the past week. Have you seen yellow cars? Yeah, I've seen one or two of them, but there aren't very many. What's interesting, now that I've asked or talked to you about yellow cars, take a moment to note that, and over the next few days, be conscious of yellow cars. Well, there goes one. Oh my gosh, look in that parking lot. There's one that's parked over in the parking lot. There's one at the intersection. There's one getting on the freeway. There's one that I just passed that's parked off to the side of the street. When you're conscious, you'll start to see them. And then keep track of how many you see. And if you do this experiment for 3 or 4 weeks, by the end of 4 weeks, you're going to be subconsciously seeing yellow cars everywhere. I have gotten to the point where I see, on average, anywhere from 12 to 20 a day just driving a half hour to and from work. And they're not the same cars. 12 to 20? I didn't know that there are that many yellow cars that even existed out there. What is going on? What's up with that? What is happening? Well, here's the little lesson in life. Yellow cars are something that your brain is filtering out and throwing to the side because they have no value, no importance to you. Every day in your life, there are so many things flying by you. If you live in a city, how many cars do you pass in a day? Hundreds, if not thousands of cars. You're not paying attention to those because your brain's saying, well, ignore. You need to focus on what you're focused on. And so every day, there are literally dozens of yellow cars that are in your presence, that are passing by, that you have no consciousness that they're there. And it isn't until you have a discussion with me and I say, look for yellow cars, that your brain says, oh, okay, I'll start to pay attention for that. And so when things start coming in your periphery, your conscious goes, oh, there it is. There's a yellow car. Boom, look at it. I'll throw a look. Oh yeah, there's a yellow car. Driving along, oh, there's another one. There's another one. It's because your brain has opened up a filter to see what in the past it has ignored. Now I'm going to expand upon that a little bit more. For those of you who are old enough to have purchased a car in your life, or even let's say your parents had a car, you know what's really amazing is you get this brand new car and you get in the car and you think, oh my gosh, I have got the one and the only car like this. You're loving it. The color, the shape, the make, the model, everything. This is your car. You just purchased it. And you drive it off the lot and you take it home and then you go to the grocery store and oh my gosh, there's a car parked over there exactly like mine. And you're driving down the road and there's one that passes you. There's one that stops next to you. They're everywhere. And you didn't know that they really existed until you bought that make, model, and color of car. And now everywhere you look, there are literally hundreds of them. Has that ever happened to you? It's happened to me tons of times. Do you think those cars just showed up and everyone went out of the market and bought it the day that you bought yours? Or were they already there and you just had set up a filter to not see them? And when you bought it, your subconscious in your mind said, this is important to you. Obviously it's important. You've now got one, and you start seeing it everywhere else. Yeah, that I'm sure has happened to you. Well, what's the little lesson in life that the yellow cars or your subconscious is? Well, here's the lesson that I took from it. In my life, I am so busy moving forward in things that I've got to do that I've trained myself to throw away a lot of things in my brain. And typically it's things that I've said are unimportant. And it isn't until I define it with a shape, with a purpose, with the direction, with something that I can let my brain actually hang on to and pull in, my brain throws it away. So I chose to use yellow cars as opportunity, because life is about opportunity. The opportunity to choose. What are my relationships? What's my job? What's my income going to be? Where do I want to go for lunch? Where do I want to go on a trip, on a vacation? Every day you've got choices that you're making, and those are all opportunities that are in your life. Some of those opportunities are short-term and close to you, and some of those are long-term. They're going to take multiple steps and connections and relationships to make happen. If you haven't defined them in your brain and in your thought patterns of what it is you're looking for, when the opportunities to have that come into your life come by, you're missing them because you haven't defined them and you're not looking for them. They are the yellow cars that are passing you every day in this universe of opportunities. And you're just unaware of them. And it's because you haven't consciously said, I need to be looking. I need to be looking for the opportunities. I'm creating the filter in my brain by saying, I would love to go on a trip to Florida, to Europe, or somewhere else. And I'm going to look for the opportunity. Well, just like yellow cars, they aren't all the same. They're different makes, they're different models, they're different shapes, they're different sizes, they're different purposes. But they all are an opportunity that would get you from here to there. Opportunities, when you've set a goal in your life, are like a yellow card. They'll show up in different people, places, things, opportunities, or ways to go. That might be, hey, my thought is I want to go to Europe. Well, gosh, I've got a savings program. Maybe I've got something that I'm involved with a friend who wants to go to Europe and found discount tickets and we can go. Maybe it's that I've put in for a prize at something and I won the prize, or I've been asked to go on a speaking event over to Europe. It could show up in any way, shape, or form. But if I'm not looking for it, declaring it, and looking around and observing, they're passing me by. They're passing you by. So the little lesson in life is look for the yellow cars. Now, what I mean by that is the opportunities in your life to bring about the change that you want. And what I use yellow cars for every day is whenever I see a yellow car come by, I'm going, there's another opportunity that just passed by my life. I'm going to look for it. Another opportunity, which gives me the courage to know that there's always new opportunity coming to me in my life. So, I urge you, look for the yellow cars in your life. And every time you see a yellow car that passes by you, go, wow, did I just miss another opportunity? Is there something that occurred, a person that I met, a place that I was at, that was an opportunity for me to accomplish a goal that I desired to accomplish, something that I wanted to do, and I've missed it because I wasn't paying attention? That's the little lesson in life. Know where you want to go. Claim it. Tell your brain. Talk to other people. When you put it out there, things will start to show up in your life. Then you got the whole next step. Am I going to choose into the opportunity? Because the opportunities only come and go as they're there. You have to take an action to make it happen. That's another story that I'd love to share with you called The Traveler. Until the next time, my name is Brooks Gibbs, and we've just shared a little lesson in life: yellow cars and opportunities. Thank you.